It's becoming harder to market your Metroidvania as more and more take inspiration from the genre. However, I feel like little is done to evolve these games as they simply boast an interconnected world with the promise of abilities to reach new areas. Well, developer Tai Games isn't going to settle for the basic definition of the genre for their new released Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch. So instead, we get a genuinely unique experience that no one would ever expect from anthropomorphic animals. Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch begins with a former soldier named Rayton, who's reflecting on the good old days with his buddies. Evidently, the timing of these conversations are convenient, as the very next day the Iron Dogs who control the city imprison one of Rayton's friends. Not completely understanding the situation, Rayton didn't waste time thinking and instead equipped his mechanical fists to take out the trash. Rayton is eager to help those in need and fights against the oppression of the Iron Dogs and similar factions that loom over Torch City, but he also understands his position. He's just one person, but during his prison break mission, he discovers others are out there who are willing to fight. Further, his past comes back from the grave, literally, and he's forced to face this and all the drama that comes with it. The characters of this world are a massive part of the charm. I mean, you play as a bunny. Other animal friends help your adventure in various ways, as characters operate shops and provide goods to make your time in this dog-eat-dog world easier. Through the interactions, you realize just how much detail has been injected into the history of this game. These characters all knew each other before the events, but you rarely feel like the odd one out thanks to the added context provided during dialogue, with the added benefit of an English and Japanese voiceover that really sells the character's personality. I will say that the translation is decent, but I feel like the localization could have been a bit more creative during some moments of dialogue. Being the soldier that he is, Rayton can kick some serious ass with the help of his fist. Through gameplay, players can not only upgrade this fine piece of machinery, but added passives, unlockable skills, and even new weapons are on the table. The weapons and abilities are the highlight of exploration as they allow you to get through doors and get to higher areas. Double jumps and wall jumps are used most of the time, but then the game throws in ways to hover and whip your way through levels. The evolution of exploration is paced well as you don't learn everything all at once, and new weapons are woven into this narrative. This makes them more impactful to the mission at hand, and the fact that they open new ways of traversal makes them fit naturally in this world. Combat is the accumulation of these new abilities and weapons, as it packages everything together for a very satisfying experience. Regular attacks build SP, which can be used to execute powerful SP attacks. Further, EP can be used to auto parry, refill health, or even shoot a homing missile. It's almost imperative that you learn how to chain these moves together while dashing and reading enemy telegraphs. Fist can be a challenging game because it hardly allows any downtime while you head to the mission marker. A typical enemy can easily take you out if you aren't paying attention. This is further found in the bosses, who seem more like mini-bosses most of the time, but they are all very entertaining to fight. The difficulty can become overwhelming at times though, as challenge rooms pitch you against waves of enemies. The most significant problem is that you're melee based, but the Iron Dogs can use guns, causing you to shift focus to take out ranged enemies first, which may result in damage as the melee enemies target at you. However, there is no lack to enemy designs, which is notable and even extends to the enemies met underwater. The environment is another enemy altogether, with many puzzle-based sections and hazards throughout each area. Everything the player does is rewarded with new upgrades and possible abilities. Like other Metroidvanias, the map begs to be completed, and Fist's map is enormous with different themed sections and obstacles. There are moments of stealth, swimming, and swinging that only add to the normal exploration. Everything is connected through a fast travel system that isn't really helpful because there isn't many areas to fast travel to. Still, it works for getting around if you're trying to absolutely see everything. All roads lead to the hub town where you can spend money earned from fallen enemies. In addition, some collectibles can be delivered, such as plants and posters, to customize the color of your weaponry. Each character offers a range of items to help your journey, but you aren't really forced to spend time here if you don't want to. Strangely, this area is really spread out, which causes a lot of back and forth while you interact with the many different characters. Regardless, I liked every one of them, but I feel like I postponed going back to the town because I knew it would take a large chunk of time and I'd rather progress through the mission. Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch is a gorgeous Metroidvania that tells a much better story than any anthropomorphic narrative has a right to tell. It's emotional and engaging during each scene, brought together with challenging moments of action and puzzle platforming. This game respects your time, but some moments can drag on due to the limited fast travel and some confusing objectives. Who cares though? You're a rabbit with a robotic fist attached to your back. How cool is that? Noisy Pixel is giving Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review on noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.